What is going on, everybody? It's your boy BigKriegs. Today is December 12th, 2025, and we have some big breaking news for the University of Michigan. Sherrone Moore has been fired at Michigan. Biff Poggi has been named the interim for the Citrus Bowl against Texas, effective immediately. There's been some rumors apparently in the college football world swirling for the last couple of weeks. Ever since basically the beginning of December, some things started to leak out. Michigan's athletic director, Ward Manuel, released a statement that said University of Michigan head football coach Sherrone Moore has been terminated with cause effective immediately. Following a university investigation, credible evidence was found that Coach Moore engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. This conduct constitutes a clear violation of university policy, and University of Michigan maintains zero tolerance for such behavior. A lot of stuff has been going on right now. Sherrone Moore is still in custody in a jail in Michigan. Allegedly, that when all this stuff came out yesterday, he then went to his family home, brought it home with him, and had a very big altercation with his wife. And then also went to the apartment of the alleged staff member and threatened violence, and there was a whole domestic violence situation. So we're not going to get all into that. All of this is just alleged, so don't come at me. But it's, lots of takes and stuff have been going on in the college football world. I know we said we're just going to kind of do short little videos, so I figured I'd get a quick little one off here, being that I am the sole Michigan fan on this platform. It's been alleged it's been going on since 2021. It's also come out that players and staff have known about it since mid 2024. There have been jokes within the players and the staff about this relationship with the two. It was a executive assistant to the head coach, I believe it was. And apparently it's been kind of a running joke since middle of 2024, the 2024 season. The first investigation happened in the fall. More evidence was brought to the investigation happened in the fall. They didn't find any concrete evidence to be able to do it then. More evidence was brought to them earlier this week, which led to his firing. There's a lot of speculation that they wanted to wait until after the national signing day to do this. So players committed to Michigan, and it was harder for them to kind of decommit once their coach was fired, because college football coaches play a big part in the recruiting game itself. So it was an interesting decision that it came after the national signing day. A lot of people are unhappy about it, think Michigan was kind of doing dirty, and I don't disagree. It's not really the best of look to do that and then fire your coach right after. But we're never really going to know if there was evidence before. We're just going to kind of be able to base everything off of what we have now. The biggest question is if recruits or signees will decommit or kind of get out of their contract. One 4-star tight end has already been released from his signing so far. They do have a little bit of a window once Michigan hires their next head coach. They have 5 days to decide if they want to go into that 15-day window of being able to transfer and look elsewhere for schools. Without getting too, into the whole who do I want as my coach, I'm just going to give you guys my top 5 right now. This is for me personally. People will probably disagree, but my number 1 would be Kalen DeBoer. There's been rumors that he's not really happy at Alabama. And, if they get bounced first round of the playoffs, throw some money at him and bring him in. He's from the Midwest to begin with. And he has ties to the Midwest. He knows about recruiting. And, there's been rumors speculating that he's not very happy at Alabama. Number 2 would be John Gruden. He's always been a big Michigan Wolverines fan. It was in his high school, what do I want to do when I grow up, that he wanted to be the head coach for the Michigan Wolverines. It was also last year when they played in, I can't remember what bowl that they played in, but the bowl was in Tampa. That's where John Gruden's Fired Coaches Association is. John Gruden went there and was with them, practicing all with them the entire week. They made a video about feeling nicey, and I think John Gruden would be really good to kind of change that culture around and get people on the track. The only thing I'm worried about is I don't know if he wants to deal with being a college coach again. There's going to be some vacancies open up in the NFL this season, as well as down the road. There's been talks about him maybe getting the Giants job. So it'll be interesting to see if he actually wants to go back to college to coach, but I think he would be a good fit. Number three for me would be Jesse Minter. He's a current defensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Chargers. Jim Harbaugh brought him there when uh, Jim Harbaugh took the job in LA, and I think it would be good because he already knows the culture of Michigan. He's familiar with the recruiting. He's a really great defensive coordinator. I just don't know if he would want to leave the NFL to go back to college after being out of it for only this is his second year in the NFL. He's kind of being molded into be be an NFL coach. A lot more NFL coaches now are more offensive minded based, but it would definitely be something to see if he could do. But if he wants to come back to college, I think it would be a good spot for him because he's familiar with it. I think he'd be given a little bit longer of a leash than most of these other coaches would, just especially how college football is. It's like if you're not winning within the first 2 or 3 years, they're looking to get you out the door and seeing what your buyout is. For me, number four would be Kenny Dillingham, the Arizona State head coach. He took Arizona State to the playoffs last year. They had a not great year, but a good year this year. He took that team to the playoffs, and the roster that he has was not the greatest roster in the world. Their quarterback was pretty set, but that was kind of really it. I think he would do well with the resources and the roster that Michigan has, especially with the running back recruit that they got coming in. They'd kind of be able to mold Bryce Underwood into more of a passing style of an offense, which Arizona State has ran, and I think it would work the best. Number five for me is going to be Brian Kelly. I know it's a weird name to say for wanting to go to Michigan, but I've been telling my buddies ever since he got fired from LSU, hey, bring him up to Michigan. Fire Sherrone Moore, bring him up to Michigan. He was, the reason that he was the first person that recruited Bryce Underwood, got him to commit to LSU. I think he would have that. He's a fraud coach, Southern guy, whatever you want to call it, but I think he would do well at Michigan in that atmosphere. I may just be talking out of my ass, and it could be the downfall of Michigan if they hired him, but that would be my top five. But just wanted to give you guys a little update video, short and sweet, nothing too crazy, but Michigan might be in some big trouble. There's only going to be, we're just at the very tip of the iceberg. We got the whole way down, rolling down, of finding out what's all going to come out. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more stuff. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more alleged, accusations, and you never know what's going to come out of these type of scandals. Obviously, just coming off of the cheating scandal from the national championship team, and a couple of years before that, it's not a good look for Michigan. They may be in trouble. The good thing is they have Larry Ellison, one of the richest mans, if not the richest man in the world, and they have a very big, high-profile donor basis and alumni basis that I think will be able to fork up the money to be able to bring some, good recruits in here, good transfers, and hire a coach that they want, and to be able to succeed and bring back that championship way at Michigan. So thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let us know how these are doing. Again, we're just kind of switching up the format, so these are a little bit shorter videos, but we wanted to make sure we got something out for the Michigan Wolverines today. I guess our focus is going to be on basketball for right now. So go Blue.